Hello everyone, I'm Ron Grant coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. It is Carnival in the United States Virgin Islands, and joining me are two phenomenal artists out of St. Thomas, the one and only Verse Simmonds, who is an artist, songwriter, producer, music executive, and 7-time Grammy-nominated artist. Alongside him is 5two, an artist who is doing amazing things and breaking barriers throughout the Caribbean. We talk in Carnival. Most importantly, we're talking about some of their up-and-coming projects, which you don't want to miss. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Start the year off with more. More speed, more downloading, more savings, and more fire. CCT Fire Fiber Internet gives you the speed you need to keep the whole family connected. Packages starting at $119 with speeds from 300 megabytes per second. Super fast, unlimited downloads, even more reliable connectivity, plus free live streaming TV for the family to enjoy. Sign up for the absolute best fiber internet service in the BVI, CCT Fire, and pay no installation fee. Plus, get CCT Live TV for free. You deserve more. Get more with CCT. Life Unlimited.
He hit me. Will CG cover this?
Don't worry. Remember when I was in that competitive arm wrestling circuit? 3-time champion, baby! I did feel bad crushing all those arms and dreams. So I took them all out for ice cream. And then we got crushed. Anyway, CG handled my claims fast.
That explains the arm.
The best cover for the best value. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Viewers, as mentioned, I am joined by two of the Virgin Islands' best and brightest, highly talented, of course, the one and only Verse Simmonds and 5two out of the United States Virgin Islands. First of all, happy Carnival to you both, and welcome to our platform. Thank you for your time.
Happy Carnival.
Same to you.
Wonderful. Hope you guys have been enjoying yourselves. Verse, I want to begin with you. There's been a lot going on your side. You have a latest single with the one and only Sean Paul. Tell us about that project.
Yes, I've been putting together this project for a little while. This is one of the records from that project. I just happened to be in Jamaica one time working, and I got in with Sean Paul working on his project, and he heard this record and decided to get on it. So we just recently put it out. You know, we've been getting some traction with it, really excited about it. And yeah, that's just kind of how it comes together. I put together a project I want to put out probably in the summer. So this is probably going to be the first songs when we get that project.
Wonderful. And speaking of that, one of your latest songs has hit the Billboard Hot 100. We have a number of projects, one with Usher. Tell us about those projects that have seen much success.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, Usher, Luckiest Man, that was one of the records I wrote for his most recent project that he put out, where he did the Super Bowl. So that was a really big deal. So y'all go check that out. Also, What It Is by Doechii. I wrote that. It ended up being number 3 on Hot 100 Billboard charts last year. Actually, earlier this year, we hit that number. So just working, man. Just proud to be putting on for the VI, you know?
Of course. Now, in addition to all of those projects, you are working on building your very own label. Tell us how that's going.
Yeah, it's been going really well. Money Well Spent is the name of the label. One of the focuses of Money Well Spent is to really try to empower like Caribbean artists. Not only, you know, obviously I'm in the mainstream music world, but one of my focuses is to bridge the gap between a lot of Caribbean artists and taking them into the mainstream. You know, I've been able to be somewhat successful with that and it's still growing, so really happy about that. Of course, we have Jada Kingdom, and then we also have the amazing 5two. You know what I'm saying? So it's been bubbling really well.
Beautiful. Now, speaking of transferring to the mainstream and really breaking those barriers when it comes to Caribbean artists, what are some of the Verse, when you come across trying to transition an artist? What are some of the challenges that come about?
I think one of the biggest challenges is probably them understanding that it's a wider audience to get to, and you don't necessarily have to like lose yourself in that transition, but it's just finding that balance. get, you know, a taste of your culture in a way that they can understand. So my job is to kind of cultivate that, help artists to understand where that where that line is of them being able to be authentic to themselves and also being able to transcend past, whatever bubble they feel comfortable in the this kind of stuff. So I think that's one of the biggest challenges. And then of course, you're trying to break into a world that is foreign to us, being from the Caribbean, you know what I'm saying? So of course there's those hurdles as well. But I've been blessed enough to be able to be successful in this space. So now it's kind of like my time to kind of like bring people along, you know what I'm saying? And help put them in position moving forward. Build out longevity and legacy.
I have to ask you, with that being said, how have you stayed through to yourself? How have you remained authentic with your much received success over the years?
For me, I have a very unique story in the way that I have created moved around a lot. So I'm born Puerto Rican, I'm raised in the Virgin Islands, kind of grew up between Florida and VI, Florida a lot at that time as well. My musical references span from jam band to Babyface to Bob Marley. So when I create music, it's kind of like I have a lot of different sides of me. I think most recently I've been getting more in touch with the side of me that is the most authentic, and that's where you're gonna get the Sean Pauls and Chit Chat. You know what I mean? You're gonna get those songs that really represent my culture the most. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Wonderful. And speaking of bringing artists along, the lovely 5two, I want to thank you so much for your time. You've been busy, of course, quite a lot going on. I want to talk about your new single, of course, Fully with the one and only Jada Kingdom, Jockey, and Bad Bad Bad. Tell us about these projects.
Yes, so Fully was released in, I want to say, end of November. It was supposed to be a freestyle, and it caught traction on social media. And I asked a question as who they wanted to be on the song, and everybody was tagging Jada, and it just naturally happened like that. We reached out, she was like, yeah, she's super down for it, and we went ahead and recorded it and put it out. And we had a lot of success with that, as well as so Bad 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 came out prior to Fully. I want to say Bad 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 came out in summertime. And yeah, we just been working, putting out the music in, the music out of the fans, and staying consistent in creating. And
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of working, you've been also working on your EP. How's that going? And what can persons expect from that project?
So the project is called 5two. So my name is 5two. So it's 5two. So it's just something cool there. I feel like that's what you'll get from the project. Just it means fresh music for the air. It means fresh music. Yeah.
Beautiful. I heard you had one hell of a performance last night at Fort Fete. What is it like sharing your music with fellow Virgin Islanders, friends and visitors, and of course enjoying Carnival as well? Tell us about that performance and how the entire Carnival season has been for you.
I love to come home and perform. And most times when I perform, I have my dancers are my actual friends. Like we went to school together, my children to call them, my daughter to call them auntie, so it's just a different experience being on the stage together, and we just knowing that we love doing this, and being able to plan a great show for the fans and our people. Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, one of the things that I want to touch on, 5two, is that the collaboration between other female artists. You're going to be on the road with Jada Kingdom. Talk about that not only the collaboration but the camaraderie, because oftentimes it comes across as though it's a competition. But in this case, you guys are working together and you're on the road with her. Tell us about that female protective gene where you guys get to just love on each other and still perform.
Absolutely. I think that, it's always great to see, for me, women doing great things and excelling and exceeding the standards. I feel like as you said, the climate of people on the outside, whether it's fans, whether it's social media, just creating false narratives, if you stay silent in that, it's easy to endorse it because you're not, you know what I'm saying, basically reaching out or saying, hey, like we females, it's never nothing like that. Like we had to be great, we had to succeed, we had to be moving and go on for the Caribbean as a whole. So that's just how I see that. Aside from working with Jada, I've also worked with Monet recently, which was really fun. We had a lot. There's a lot of chemistry, good vibes, good energy in the studio. So definitely looking forward to getting in the studio again with her. We talked about it already. So yeah.
Beautiful. Shout outs to Monet as well. We'd love to see her shining. You have a listening session tomorrow that is going to be very special. Tell us about that listening session. It's going to be from 3 to 7, but give us some more details for persons who want to come out and enjoy and really get a gist of your music.
Yes, so the listening session will be at Rendezvous Restaurant and Waterfront from 3 to 7 Tuesday tomorrow. So we'll be, Boss and I, will be sharing the upcoming music for the fans and people who just want to come out and vibe with us, have a drink, have some food, and turn up and get ready for Village right after.
Amazing. I have to ask you both, Verse and 5two, what's next for each of you? Verse, I'm going to begin with you.
For me, it's really just continuing to push a narrative again of being able to support our acts from home, breaking them into the mainstream. As far as myself, I'm always going to continue to be a creative behind the scenes for other artists, as well as putting out music for myself. So the train just keep rolling, and we're gonna just keep moving, keep putting out quality music. That's why we really focused on as we continue to build this money well spent.
Beautiful. And 5two?
Yes, so what's next for me, other than the project dropping here shortly, I would say just me remaining consistent and being a student, because since working with Voss, what I realized is that when you're doing music or when you start getting into the music scene and learning things, you really don't know a lot. You really don't know what you think you know until you're dealing with people that actually have the experience. So me remaining consistent, me being a student, an actual student, and listening, and with the intention of growth, the intention of following strategy and success.
What you said is extremely, extremely powerful. And Verse, I want to speak on that and speak to artists, up-and-coming artists, on their ability to be teachable, because like 5two said, sometimes we think we know and we really don't know, but it's very special, and I think it's very beneficial to artists who are up and coming to have that teachable side to them. How important is it from your vantage point?
It's the most important. It's the difference between making it or breaking it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if somebody else has already walked the path, and they can say how to get there. You could get there faster, and you might not get there at all if you don't go the other way. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like one of the most important parts is being a student and being teachable, so that people who are in position to assist you to get to your goal you know, they can actually do that without having to fight you to get you where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like, help me help you. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta sit down and fight with you about what needs to be done when I already kind of done it, then that's not gonna inspire me to continue to want to do that. So I think that's one of the most important things is just being able to take pieces of things and apply them to you, because it's not like I tell her all the time, it's like not everything I'm telling her gonna be absolutely right or work for her, but I know close enough to where, hey, she could take this little piece that will work for her, this little piece that will work for her, and combine it into something that creates who she is and works for 5two, because everything don't work for everybody, you know what I'm saying? So my job is kind of identifying what people want to see from that person, you know, what we see from the outside, and kind of like amplify it so that people get what they want, you know?
Understood.
So
Well, I want to take this opportunity once again to just thank you guys for your time, but most importantly, thank you for giving your gift, which is an extremely vulnerable part. As simple as it might seem, putting your music out there and putting yourself on a platform, 5two, to be criticized and ostracized and critiqued on a daily basis is a bit daunting. So congratulations to both of you, but particularly yourself, in making sure that you are sharing your gifts and talents with the rest of the world. We look forward to seeing amazing things coming from you both. Enjoy the carnival. I'll see if I get down with you guys and party a little bit, but most importantly, be safe, okay? And continue the amazing work.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Viewers, you just heard from Verse Simmonds, of course, and the lovely 5two out of the United States Virgin Islands. It's Carnival, and they took some time, of course, to chat with us to make sure that we know exactly what's going down. A number of activities. You want to make sure that if you are in St. Thomas, you check them out and be a part of this beautiful collaboration of music and talent from the Virgin Islands.